it sounds like it's rhetoric, and it's just like, oh yeah, whatever. You don't know what it's like. You don't know what I feel like. Tell him shut up, man. Everybody's been in love. Everyone's had their heart broken, innit? But when you're in that situation, you feel like you're the only one. Like nobody's felt like this.
Like me, man.
Exactly. Nobody's cried in the shower like me.
I was broken, bro. So, and you find a way to deal with it.
I missed her.
You don't miss.
No, for a while I missed her. Not so much.
Oh, at the time.
Yeah, at the time. For a while I missed her.
That was my best friend, man, as well. So
because she broke up with me as well. It wasn't even the other way around.
That his ego was finished.
No, it wasn't an ego thing. It was the reason why she broke up with me.
The whole cheated on you and broke up with you.
Yes. Wow, bro. Yes.
Okay, everyone just laughing at you.
But it was.
You got broken up with him as well, innit?
Yeah, man.
That's what I'm saying. She cheated on him and broke up with him.
It's peak times out here. It's peak times out here in the streets. It's peak times out here, man.
I piss on you.
That's wrong. That's so wrong.
So wrong, man.
I got my revenge later in life, though.
Look at these guys.
I got my revenge later in life.
Living your best life is getting a revenge, isn't it?
I shit on you.
It's a bit deep.
So there you go, gentlemen. If your woman breaks up, if your woman cheats on you, just leave her because she's gonna get back with you.
She's gonna cheat on you again.
Give you 6 months to a year and break up with you. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs.
Drake!
Aubrey? Rodents, other small insects and Ghanaians, welcome to another episode of the Eloquently Saying Nothing podcast. This is episode 108 of season 8, take 2. Because we had an episode that we recorded and the mixer had some EQs on it that should have been on.
Blaming his tools right there.
No, okay. I unfortunately
fucked up.
I messed up.
I fucked up real bad.
I who?
Stavros.
Oh, okay.
Messed up. The Podfather messed up, and I left some tweaks and things on that I shouldn't have.
Catch you, idiot boy.
And we had
anyhow, idiot.
Okay, well, you talk so long, no one can hear you insulting me anyways.
Shut up there.
All right.
Shut up there. Shut up.
Let me get started. This is Eloquently Saying Nothing, episode 108 of season 2. ESN podcast on all your social medias. Use the hashtag to join in the conversation, ESN pod. Once again, that's hashtag ESN pod. Join the conversation. Let us know what you're thinking. I am Stavros Boss, the Podfather. A bit deflated because I messed up. But thank you for coming down. In the room with me tonight, even more deflated. If I'm not deflated, I'm cool. But the deflated one in the room is Big Wahala.
That Big Wahala on Insta. That Big Wahala on Twitter.
So mad.
Well, can you imagine? For once, I'm going to have to tell my brother to talk up.
That Big Wahala on Insta. That Big Wahala on Twitter.
Okay. And we have Simple Simon.
Woman, gyrate your body in sexual motion. Move towards me. Mount my manhood. And when you are upon top, brace yourself, for you are going to release erogenous excitement. Do not worry. My manhood is the size of England. That was a short excerpt from a poem by the Right Honourable Pop Khan. Yeah.
Yes.
And it's in its original rendition, it goes a little something like this. This is the part where you put the audio in. I don't have to sing it. Gaza.
So you're making my job even harder now?
No, not really.
You know it's bad fun for the ladies. Hey, you know, ain't not nice. Tell the girl them this. Just wine and climb on the John. Your pum pum no big like the whole of St. and no afraid. Forget mad panic John, the body big like the whole of England. Girl wine and climb on the John. Your pum pum no big like the whole of St. and no afraid. Forget mad panic John, the body big like the whole of England. Me use juice, sweat you up like tsunami, no afraid.
And at Simple Simon FB on Twitter. I don't have Instagrams. Yes.
All right. And we have Mr. Wolf.
The same wasps that humans run from are what lizards crawl on walls, easily snap up and eat. Different strokes for different folks. What challenges someone may well be an opportunity to another. That's this week's Take 2 Yoruba proverb.
You know the Jamaican proverb that is exactly the same as that?
Oh yeah, tell us.
Dopey know a hoof a friend.
In the room with us, if you've had some giggling women.
And you can catch me.
Sorry.
Outside.
I'll continue to apologize anyhow.
No one wants to catch you. Just carry on.
Catch me outside.
It's true though, isn't it?
How about that?
Catch me whilst eating jollof on Instagram on aka Mr. Wolf and aka _ Mr. Wolf on Twitter. Boom. That's it.
Good man. Good
Is
man.
that spoon and fork at the same time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
No,
spoke.
I ain't seen that one. No, but
It's
spoke
come,
is
it's
usually
come
just-
from a nice Tupperware still.
Okay, all right. So in the room with us this very night, we have two special guests hailing all the way from South London via Ghana, and sisters in crisis and sisters in love.
Sisters in positivity.
Yeah, and sisters in positivity. To my immediate right, I have long-time spa bedrin, Wendi B.
Hello, everybody. I'm very happy to be here.
Again.
Hello, everybody.
No, I mean, you're happy to be here again.
Sorry. I thought you couldn't hear me. Yeah.
Second time.
Oh, I'm happy to still be here.
Well, you sound a lot more louder this time.
Yeah.
Poor English, a lot more louder. Oh, I hate when people say stuff
Unknown
like that.
T. Wendy B. Block belly on me.
You good?
I'm good.
Thank you for sticking around.
No problem. It's been fun. It's going to be fun again.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
I'm not on point this time, man.
At all.
I need my Weetabix. I'm overlapping her.
You're hungry.
But she's only a woman anyways. And also...
Gaza.
Yes, we start off that way.
And also...
Now you're awake.
Keep going with the toxicness. Come on.
Come on. And also, to her right, we have the splendid and... just splendid. We have Delali.
Hello again.
It is I.
Yeah.
It is I, Delali.
I'm still here. I'm very happy to be still here.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Anyone want macaroni cheese?
All right, let me give you the story. We recorded a 2.5 hour
I don't
episode
like macaroni cheese.
earlier on.
Really?
And like I said, I'd messed up on the mixer, so it sounds a bit
The
dodgy.
wastage.
We will be releasing that episode anyways because it was really good. So there might be a bit of overlap, but we'll release it later on in the week at some point. So it'll just come up on your feed because I'm assuming you're all subscribed anyways. So it'll just pop up and that'll be like 108 part 2 or something. I don't know, but it'll have some funny name. And there you go. That is it. But because we are professionals, we stuck around at 11:30 now to start recording a new episode. And the ladies were gracious enough on a Sunday night to say they're going to stick around as well.
Gracious
That's
K.
where you enter
Head,
the applause,
shoulders,
yeah?
knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes. Is that all again? Is that how it went?
Gracious K is funny.
He's come back now. He's got a new song.
Gracious K is bloody hilarious.
What is it called?
I can't remember. I just heard it on the radio. I was like,
Nick
wow.
Nat Paddy Whack, give it like a bowl. Hey, Nick Nat Paddy Whack, give it like a bowl.
You're on it, man. What crack did you smoke before you started, man? Because you went out and
It was
came
the
in.
chips.
Money Percocet.
It's that chips that
The
did
Monday
it.
Percocet?
It was the chili.
You know,
Yeah.
it was. Yeah, I threw out some bars. That's what happened. A couple of people with some bars. I felt good about myself. God dear.
There's a couple of things we can discuss now.
All right, I think the conversation should just be organic now because we've gone through the topics on the
Not all of them.
the other one. Which one do you want to go through?
Because we didn't even... Okay, so there's a couple that we could still talk about. We can talk about the Cardi B and the City Girls video and how the sexiness is not sexy again.
We did talk about that.
Yeah, but we can talk about it in more vim now. We can also talk about the Gunling remix.
What does Vim mean? What does it
It
mean?
means like Vim talk.
Is it a real word?
Yeah, it's a word on words with friends as well.
Is it a word in the dictionary?
Isn't it like vigor and
Vim
Yeah,
and
vigor.
vigor, because I said vim and vigor.
Is it?
Something that people use. It's not just the youth that brought that.
No, but the reason why I asked the question is because there was a time where the word wasn't in circulation. Then all of a sudden, all these young
It was
people
like Afro beats, like more vim.
yeah, where's your Vim? And I'm just like, who come out with all this Vimness?
I've always heard it. My dad's always said it.
It's a long
They
time.
say, yeah,
ago.
more vim, more power.
You know what?
Our life.
You can't just be saying that outside like that. More vim, more power.
I better give this thing some more vim. What do you mean?
Imagine if you're just there with your missus and she just say, I put vim.
I like what you're doing. You're touching me softly, but put
more,
the vim inside.
Put more vim there, please. You know.
Can I just shout out to the aunties and the grandmas out there that back in the day would have to go outside and warm up the car and do the choke, because these new age women don't know about this stuff. They don't have to do
Why
it.
is it just women?
But back in the day, because they used to send the women out to do it. Go and warm up the car.
When did they used to send women out to warm up the car?
Some women did it.
Why are you just randomly putting things on women today? Like,
That's a compliment.
that you sent them out to warm up the car.
No, he's saying shout out to the ones that did it.
Which women went to go outside and warm up the car?
I recall my mum going to warm up the car one
I
time.
very much doubt
One time.
I very much doubt she ever did that.
My dad usually did it. You know, she did.
I very much doubt.
You know, you're young. Yeah.
Speaking of organic, yeah, because you said you wanted this thing to be organic. Something just popped into my brain. What do you think about ugly fruit?
I don't know what that is.
Have you not heard of this?
Oh, Lord.
So they've got this thing where they've got fruit that's supposedly ugly.
Oh, like, yeah.
Yeah, and now some companies have taken it upon themselves to sell this ugly
They're
fruit.
deformed, like a carrot that's like
Yeah, this
shape
makes
of a V or something.
This makes sense. So for
Or
those of
straight
you
bananas.
that don't know, once
never
the
seen
fruit
it.
is going through the process of going to wherever shop is going to, they get rid of all the ones that have blemishes on them that are straight. So these are things that they don't taste wrong. There's nothing wrong with them, but they just don't look like it. The color's a bit different, and they just get rid of them. And I don't know what they actually do with them. They might, maybe they feed it to the animals, or God knows what it is. But now you're saying that instead of sending a bunch of bananas for £1, they'll get you the ones that they would have thrown away or fed to the dogs, and they'll wrap it up and package it and sell it to you for 56p or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, but that's nothing new though.
And they'll call it what ugly fruit.
ugly fruit. What's that? Like what's wrong with
Because
human
it's
beings?
been rejected because it's not aesthetically pleasing.
Like Super Ted.
Yeah, but what is wrong with human beings?
I don't know. People like things to look a certain way and they don't, innit? They don't.
about the image.
They reject it.
Yeah, because if you go to the shop, when you go and buy your fruit man, you go and look at it, you squeeze it and whatnot,
Like a breast.
and you look at it. If it doesn't look the right, if it's got all these blemishes on them, maybe the fruit is just fine, but it's nice. It's got black mark on it, and these guys know that this is just not going to get sold. We're going to buy it from the farmers. We're going to lose it, and we're going to have to toss it out. So that's a wastage on us. So we tell the farmers we're not buying those ones in the first place.
It's just an extension of broken biscuits. Right. The other day I was chatting to my brethren.
truly.
I went to the shop and I saw broken biscuits and I bought a box of broken biscuits because I was like, I haven't had this for years.
From where? From where?
It was in it was a place called it's Iceland basically, but they call it something else. Farmhouse.
Because
Yeah,
it came
but
from
Iceland-
quick save
Farm
for the
foods.
quick
Is it
save
farm
from the
foods?
old school man
Farm
there.
foods, that's the one. No, not farm foods. Some next thing that's going on there. Anyway, so I went to lunch with one of my brothers the other day, and I was like, the other day they were saying to me, you're doing good with this weight thing, and blah 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 blah. I said, boy, I've been battering some foods recently, and they're like, what do you mean? I said, yeah, I've been eating biscuits because I bought a pack of broken biscuits, and it's like a surprise because you never know what's gonna be in it. And they were like, what's? They was looking at me like, man, like, what's broken biscuits? And I had to tell her, you're a privileged person.
That's what I was going to say. You're young.
Only privileged people can know what broken biscuits is.
I can't say young because
that
it's
is for the
still-
hood.
Yeah.
Broken biscuits is for the hood.
I'm from the hood, and
And you don't know what broken biscuits is?
know broken biscuit?
You introduced me to broken biscuits because I didn't know nothing about them.
Broken biscuits is for the hood, man.
Yeah.
Basically, it is the reject biscuit. So
I didn't know you was up in it.
Let's say that oh, you're proper up at it because if you don't know broken biscuit, you don't know about the pleasures that you get from a broken biscuit.
I don't eat biscuits like that. That's the thing.
Maybe then. So basically, it's literally a box, yeah? And in the box is like a bag. And in the bag, it might have bourbon creams. It
Oh,
might
a
have,
mixture.
It might have a big... No, but they're all...
about broken biscuits too?
It might have... like- it might have-
But do you know about quick save?
Yeah.
Yeah, so quick save were the originators of broken biscuits.
I don't know if they're originators.
Exactly,
but,
man. They might have been around before you were born.
But... Yeah, because this one that on the pack
They
they were saying
originated from what I
was
can
saying
remember.
it was 18 something. But anyway, so they have like whatever things that have been like the broken biscuits that fell down or when they came out the oven was a bit cracked or whatever.
It does literally what it says on the tin.
Yeah, they put it in the box. But most of the biscuits, sometimes a lot of them are broken really.
Some of them
so
are
you have but you would have like big chocolate bars in there. Like you'd have bourbon creams, you'll have like cookies, all this stuff. Trust me, it's the hood, but it's the best thing ever.
I'm surprised at you.
Broken biscuit is-
because you don't like surprises. So for you to buy broken biscuits, like
I know there's biscuits in there though, innit?
yeah, but you don't know what type.
Yeah, but they have shortcake, they have bourbon creams, they have cookies, and they have custard creams. They only have like about 7 anyways.
You still see what's gonna be
They
in
have
there.
nice biscuits. It's just the fact that they're broken up. But
it makes it nicer
They'll
when
have a
it's broken.
chocolate covered biscuit thing.
Yeah.
But it's like, how many of one are you gonna have? And what's gonna be the majority? How broken are they going to be? That's the surprise.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
It's
the hood, man.
So if nice is your favorite, and it's like, oh, there's hardly any nice in there, but
You know when-
those are what it takes.
They grew up hard, boy.
Yeah, we did.
But I know about them too.
Listen,
I don't
you know,
Delali, we know you. You know you. from the
Delali,
hood,
man, I'm starting to like you more and more. Yeah?
I know you're from the hood, man. If we was to tell you about the snacks that we used to eat when we were children, it'll be like child abuse, man. Because we used to eat.
Syrup sandwiches.
Our parents used to allow us to do
So
something.
you had flipping cereal with water, so
No, but I'm talking about the snacks. Like
enough.
our parents.
hilarious.
When I said that our parents allowed us to do things that is now when I'm looking back at it is wrong.
like what?
what's
When
that?
I was in my early to mid-teens, my snack was. Alright? We started off like this. I've said this on the podcast years ago. We started off with 4 slices of bread as a snack.
Okay.
Yeah. With peanut butter. I had peanut butter and cheese. That was my thing.
Okay, go on.
Then it moved to 6.
6 slices.
As a snack.
Then it moved to 8.
What the fuck is going on?
No.
8.
That's half a loaf.
slices. This was. My dad was always in the shop buying.
We had so much bread in the house, like every day. The poor man would have to go and buy bread. Because me and Sam were eating a loaf a day.
Oh my
There's about 60 loaves slices of bread in the big. We'll eat a loaf a day.
And then on Friday or Saturday nights, we'd watch WWF. We'd sit in the living room, watch WWF. We'd have the chola bread and slice it up with the butter, and we'd eat it together as a family.
Bruv,
those were the good old days.
You would not understand the way that we was battering bread out.
We had the popcorn machine back then as well. And you put the oil in and the popcorn kernels, and then it would pop out. You had a little bucket underneath. Oh.
Can you imagine if you actually looked at the servings that people tell you to have? That would.
Yeah.
How come I be eating 8 slices of bread?
As a snack.
As a
And that's after that's a battered grand rice, you know.
That's when I was
the bread
fit. Yeah.
with peanut butter and cheese.
And I'm saying to you, that's a snack. So that means I've had breakfast, I've gone to school and I've had dinner, I've come home and I've had.
So what you're saying
sorry,
is-
I've had lunch. I've come home, I've had dinner, and then come 7, 8 o'clock. That is what I'm eating.
So you're saying that your current size is a throwback? That's basically what it is.
No, he was a big
slim
times when he was.
Yeah, but something. That's why I said it's a throwback.
That's why
Your current size is a throwback. Your body's gone. Oh yeah, remember all that bread? There you go. Have some of that.
That's the power of
That's
youth.
what bread does.
No, well, clearly not then.
That's why I said it's a
Was that in your
maybe it was more
teenage
active.
Yeah,
Your
in my teenage
metabolism
years,
was on 100.
Yeah.
I was thinking of putting like a 25-year challenge. Because in the other podcast we discussed the 10-year challenge, and I was thinking, I saw a picture of myself from when I was in college, where I was on the beach with a towel around my waist, nothing else on, and about 8 women around me.
That's
that
when
was
he
just
first
there
knew
like
that.
this.
That's when he first knew that he likes Ghanaians.
And my waist
wearing towels
was
as clothes.
no Ghanaians were in that picture, and my waist was like this. It was like I was one of them women that had a bloody operation, because it was like I wasn't chiseled, but you could see a slight six
Did
pack.
you show your wife?
Or as Fold would put it, a light 6-pack, and
six-pack.
light, just there, innit? I had something, and then it just went in. I was
I
like,
don't believe him.
Did you show your wife?
I'll show the picture.
What does
she'll be jealous.
what
of
does
what I used to be like.
what does peanut butter and cheese sandwich taste like?
Tastes like heaven.
I used to put peanut butter on chicken slices.
What?
Well, okay. It's interesting you said that, because one time I made a peanut butter and tuna sandwich, but
That's
I was
disrespectful.
But I was high, so it made some complete sense at the time as well. But
Peanut butter and jam is like
peanut butter and cheese.
That just sounds dense.
It does sound very dense.
Peanut butter.
You know, like when you're chewing it and it just stuck to the roof of your mouth.
It's just like a ball.
Yeah, down going down your.
slowly sliding.
Yeah.
Man has the 20-year-old photo on his brand new iPhone. Can you imagine? You are
Because
looking back.
I back up everything.
Nostalgia.
I got a photo. Yeah. What?
I'm sharing a picture now.
I got a photo.
Look at you.
He's
Like
not actually exaggerating. Ooh, sorry.
He was not exaggerating,
no.
or he is.
Blimey, no, he's not at all.
See, I don't lie to the people, man. I don't lie to the people.
Who are the women?
Yeah.
The girls I went to college with.
Oh, okay.
Where was that?
He thought it was black
That's
sexy,
France.
boy.
That's Montpellier.
You know, he looked like. Do you remember that guy that was off of?
What of them was his ex-girlfriend? Don't let me tell you that.
Nah, she wasn't.
Yes,
a
she
girlfriend.
is. Yes, she is.
What?
And you know she only deals with white men because I see her. She lives right here. She must live right here because I see her once in and I always see her with different white men.
What's that program where they were on the island and what was it called again? Love Island.
Oh,
Well, he could have been there, man.
He looked
Marcel.
like he looked like, yes. He looked like the Marcel, boy. He looks like the Marcel.
And that's me not doing gym or nothing. But I did.
was that the bread days?
For eating half a loaf of bread.
Yeah.
I can't believe he used to eat that much bread, man.
Raw.
Your toilet was
Hey,
working
there's
hard.
Yeah, very hard.
Couple of spicy ones in this
But
one.
wouldn't that make you constipated?
There's all right. Let me tell you a story.
Oh.
Sorry. You talking to each other or to the podcast?
To each other.
Let me tell you a story about that trip. So this was my first time out of the country outside of when I was 2. I went to Nigeria, but as an adult-ish kind of thing. That's my first time out of the country.
you that Stavros boss?
Yeah, it's decent, isn't it?
Yeah, you look like a human
like
being.
Photoshop.
Yeah, but you look like that.
It looked like
before. You don't
Photoshop.
look like
like
that now.
Photoshop, bruv.
Okay, I can get back there. Leave me alone.
Yeah, okay. So,
Instagram is a liar.
This trip here. Give me this thing so I can remind myself. All right.
back then you were living your best life.
So the girl on the far left
Dripping inside.
was she was a Nigerian. In fact, there was 3 Nigerians in the picture actually.
The girl on the far left.
No,
yeah.
the far right. She's Nigerian. This one right next to me is half Ghanaian, half white.
Could tell.
Okay.
All right, now let me tell you about her. Now, the one to my right was somebody that I had a crush on, and we never actually did anything, so I can't claim her as my girlfriend. But
Is that the one you brought to the house?
Yeah.
Well, then that's your girlfriend.
But anyways, this was like a college trip. We went to France, south of France, yada yada yada.
Nice?
So we're there, Montpellier.
Ooh.
Right, so we're there. I got up to more stuff. Anyway, that's for a whole nother podcast.
Whore.
Yes, Raggo. But that girl that was beside me, we were. You know, when you're in college, you're in each other's rooms at night, and I was underneath.
Are you?
Which college?
Which college that you got your rooms in the first place?
I'm talking about on the
When you went on
holiday.
the trip?
Yeah, we're on a trip, so I've gone into.
Our college didn't even have no college trips.
Well, there you go.
I went to Bradford.
There you have it.
Exotic.
And I actually went to college in South as well. Believe
Okay,
that.
go on. Sorry.
So
Where?
Battersea. It was
Oh,
Westminster
Westminster.
yeah. It's not there anymore, is it?
It's flats now. Oh, sorry, apartments.
Yeah, don't get it twisted because they cost a bit more.
Yeah. a lot.
So we was in underneath sheets together on the floor for some reason. Yeah, there's bare people in the room. And now here we go. This could be toxic stuff. Now me and this girl were cool. Just cool. Never did nothing. Never flirted, nothing like that. And this was me at 17, 18. Had no game at all. Didn't know how to talk to a girl, approach a girl, flirt with a girl, do nothing. I think I'm still a virgin. Yeah, I lost my virginity. Anyways, so I'm in underneath the sheets with this one. And for some reason, I guess this is real nature, yeah?
Did you get consent?
I started kissing her on the back of the shoulder blade. Yeah, I was just kissing her. And then
That's how you start, though.
And then what happened? I said, no, this is how little game I had.
Please, can I touch you?
And then I said, once I realized what I was doing, because it's like something just took over me and I was doing it. And then I stopped and I was like, whoa. I said, I'm sorry. She said, you don't have to stop if you don't want to. Jesus. And you know what I did?
Jesus.
You know what I did?
You stopped.
You stopped in it.
I got up and ran out of the room.
Look at this pum pum here. Look at this pum pum. This
So the girl
anyhow
said you don't have to
pum,
stop.
pum.
There's
And you got out and
taking into account, this was her room. I think there was another 2 girls in there.
So there was a possible foursome.
He busted a nut. That's what happened. He's like,
no.
oh my god! Oh. She said I can do it if I want to.
Man didn't want that consent, boy.
That was
He got consent, and that's when he decided to get up and leave.
Can you imagine? Toxic.
She must have been so confused.
Yeah, man. She never spoke to you like that again.
Again, behave like that never happened.
Okay, how would you think then if a man did that happened with you? You're on a.
How did you actually get up and leave?
I didn't. When I say I ran out, I didn't get up, but I got up. I stopped. I was like, nah,
Why? Do you know why?
Because I was young with no game.
Yeah, we need to talk about the embarrassing.
But you'd already started though.
I don't know, but I didn't mean to do that. When I say something just came over me, I
you didn't
like
even realise you were doing it?
literally, yeah,
It was trying
exactly.
to break free.
Something happened, and it's like, whoa, what are you doing? You're just kissing this girl. Like, what's going on? Premature ejaculation.
So go on. So what would you do if a man that was kissing you on the shoulder and you actually liked it, And then he said, carry on. And then he got up and left.
And he splurted.
I'd probably laugh initially, thinking he's being silly. He's gonna come back.
Oh, wow.
And then when he
2
doesn't
days
work,
later.
2 days later. Still there waiting.
9:15.
I was really baffled.
Wendy still waiting at the bedside.
Stavros is in the bath. Crying in the shower.
No, I think at 17, I'd probably think I'd done something wrong, if I'm being honest.
would you be like-
know, that insecurity, or like if it's your early experiences, I'd probably think, oh, damn it.
I said the wrong thing. I'm
Yeah.
smelling. Yeah.
Oh no, he smoked the fart.
I'd probably think, oh shit, like what did I say? Or shouldn't I have said anything? Or I don't know.
So many missed opportunities.
Never spoke about it again.
So
Of course
many-
not.
Of course
You
not.
can
But
never.
she was
You can
probably
never.
embarrassed, and you definitely were.
Yeah, man.
I didn't know what to say, what to do.
You should apologize to them now. You should call her now and say, I'm sorry. That time that I did what I did, I'm sorry for that, man.
Let me continue with my France Chronicles. So I met a woman out there from, I think she was Mauritian. Shout out my Mauritian ladies. And
Gaza.
for some reason, this girl was mad. Yeah, because she just started following us. Couldn't speak English. Just started following us.
That's that passport.
And there was the people that could speak a bit of French were like liaising with her, and it ended up that she joined us for dinner, which I might have a picture of this actual girl as well.
I like your black.
Now, for some reason, yes, she took her liking to what she saw.
I
you
like
know.
your black.
In fact, yeah, I do have a picture of her right here.
Wow.
What, you
On the
your
same
whole life
trip,
on
is
the
it?
phone.
Well, that's the thing there, right?
That's
now-
the
The
thing
thing
there.
there.
So this one, remember, I couldn't speak
From
no
France.
English. So me and her started like whatever, and I thought, yeah, let me get the thing. Now, for some reason, the one that can't speak English, I'm trying to do the thing. The one that was happy to do it, I ran out. This one, I took the French to English Bible. Sorry, Bible. You know. Bible. The French to English dictionary.
Which one is she? The one nearest to the camera?
Yeah, you know.
Curly head.
This one there, this one,
Oh.
the light skin one.
Oh,
The one
okay.
that is, he moved from the dark skin to go to the light skin.
No,
That's the type of man he
that
was.
one was lighter, man.
Who?
The one that.
Yeah, you like the lights.
Anyways, so I opened up the French to English dictionary, and I went to the word sex, and I pointed, and I showed it, and I pointed at her like me, you, this, and then what did she say? I can't remember, but she came back to the room, and then I can't remember what happened after that. But we didn't do anything. We didn't do anything.
Je suis Nigerian.
Your game is
She stayed over. She stayed over. Je suis Nigerian.
Je
She left in the morning.
She was waiting for you to do the thing.
She left in the morning.
And you didn't.
I had no game.
So nothing happened.
Nothing happened between me and her,
But
but she
imagine
stayed
just
over.
started
She stayed over in
following
the
a group
hotel.
of people, and
you was prepared to
what
put your
the
things there.
hell?
Shall I do the third story?
Go on then.
Right. And this is
Man,
how,
picking up homeless stray cats.
Trilogy.
so it was an exchange thing. So we went there. We met. We dealt with the French
I gave her
class.
some dick. She gave me some herpes.
Then, so I don't know. 4 to 6 months later, the French people came to the UK, and this is when I lost my V-Reg because one of the French people, another Mauritian. Thank you.
It's when you lost your V-Reg.
She came over, and we went to the club, gas club,
Oh,
See?
and
so it's a Tuesday.
Yeah, I don't because back then I wasn't really raving. Yeah. And anyways, long story short, we started doing stuff in the club, and I think she initiated everything. that's the only way it was gonna happen. Really, she initiated. So we got in. This
This is a different girl, right?
Yeah, different one. So we took the bus to hers, or to their hostel.
That's that good quality basket.
And I was giving her some jiggy jangy in the bus. First time, like I ain't got nothing. And then again, the
What,
bus
you
was
saying
ram.
that-
Bus was ram.
Well, and you wet your fingers, bruv.
More than that, man. It was
Crinkum
like-
crankum.
Oh,
So eventually, she like, but
Like
everyone's
snot,
looking.
you know.
Everyone's looking. I said, "I'm sorry, I can stop." She's like, "No, don't stop." And then this time, I continued.
I learned my
I
lesson.
learned one lesson. Then we got there, and I remember this because I never even got to her room. You walk in. There was a corridor. There was the main room on the right where it's like the TV area. So we went in there, and she said hello to all her peoples. And then on the left there was a bathroom, stroke toilet. I think it was a massive bathroom there. So a small bathroom or big toilet. I can't remember. But we started in the corridor. and she started giving me head in the corridor. This girl was experienced clearly because I didn't know what was happening. Then we went. This was in the corridor, yeah. So we walked in.
Yes.
I was getting head.
Yes, that's a good
Anyone
start.
could just come out. Yeah. Yes.
Not everyone gets head on the V plate. That's a good start.
Yeah. That was before anything. Yeah.
For real.
My man pointed.
That's
Then
a
we
good
went.
start.
Then we went into
So
the
serious.
bathroom, and obviously I flopped the game.
Why is it obvious?
No, because it's my first time. And now what I'm saying is, it's not that I did
My dick's
nothing.
going up
No,
on a Tuesday.
it wasn't even a thing where it was like a grab and smash.
Just wanna quick
Yeah?
chow.
I don't think it was even that. It was just my first time. I had no.
No understanding of what's.
Yeah. So it wasn't
mechanics.
like no. But it was like when she finished. Clearly, this girl was not like me. Clearly, she had some experience, and I don't think I fulfilled what she needed. So to this day, I feel bad for this woman. If I could ever go back in time, love you, wife, and do anybody again.
What was it, 4 strokes or 5?
Like I just said, I don't think it was a quick thing. It was just a poor thing, just a rubbish bang.
I think we've all been there now.
So 8 strokes.
Because
8 strokes
We've all been there.
So hold on, are you trying to say that?
on my first one.
Yeah, okay then. Yeah, you don't have to explain it. But were you good on your first time?
I was.
I thought I was alright.
Of course you would.
To my own astonishment. So actually, no.
I thought I was
Tell a
How
lie.
do you know? Did they tell you that it was alright?
Exactly.
Well,
Was
Did they
that
tell you that?
feedback or
No,
you decided?
I'll tell a lie. That wasn't my first time. It wasn't my first time.
So your first time, were you good or not?
My first time, I don't know. We were both young. We were both flopping around doing foolishness. So probably not.
yeah.
Probably not.
I would say she never said that I was great, but I thought that I was the bomb.
But you're always gonna think you're the bomb. You think you're tall. You know what I mean?
Wow! I don't even get
Heightism in the morning.
I don't even get no backing on that one there, boy.
Ladies,
You
this
see
is
how the ladies
are taller than you as well,
The ladies are just shaking their head on that
ladies
one,
are taller
Because I
than
didn't
you
expect that.
as well.
and they're not, bro.
Mr. Wolf is not short.
Thank you.
I feel sorry for you the way these people bully you.
Thank you.
Wait,
and you know the funny thing is, hold on.
Wait.
There's someone out there on the Twitter lands who is claiming that Mr. Wolf here is have some kind of complex this thing that I am. What are you saying?
Wendy B.
You guys bullying me all the time,
Unknown
man.
T. Wendy B.
I'm not trying to defend yourself, my friend.
Tell me.
Come on,
Yes.
sit down
You said
there.
you lot. Am I included in this? You lot?
No.
Thank you.
But you're the one
Don't
say
say
that
now.
because he's
No,
just
no,
saying
no.
it now. That's what I'm
just
saying. He
now,
just done
but
it now.
It's mostly Wahala and Webb's the actor.
Let me tell you something.
Thank you.
Especially the actor.
I don't think I was
Vindicated.
that bad towards him. I don't think I was that bad towards him.
Yeah, whatever.
No, sometimes you destroy.
That's what I'm saying. Just leave me alone, man. God damn it.
Are we open to talk about first experiences, or is that off limits? This is the type of conversation we can't have.
My first
We'll leave it. It's ladies.
Okay.
They're ladies, and
My first experience was with
Sexy boy.
someone who was experienced as well. So,
Is it better to have a thing first time with somebody that's experienced, or would you rather
depends.
somebody that's inexperienced? as well?
person, I don't know.
It depends on what you're trying to get out of life.
Ethan was a stunner them times there.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I was a stunner, bruv. I was a stunner. That was the 85% time.
I'm now in the old section of my pictures. I'm going through. I'm passing it around.
Look better than 85% of people in life.
You look like you're saying, I'm sexy.
Yeah. I used to ooze it.
I used to hate going out with this guy.
You've said it before.
Yeah.
This was Nigerian independence.
It used to come out of my
Seeing
pores.
that
Like
picture, I get it.
2000 and
I get it.
2000 and
It was in my pores. I couldn't help it. You know what those ones? I
Just
just
sleaze, man.
2001, 2002.
I could not bath. I'd still be the sexiest person. It was great. I was gifted.
You actually thought you was good on your first time without anybody giving you any notion that you was. You just decided you was good.
Yo, I was. I'd watch porns. You know? Watch porns.
Okay.
You know, so I got techniques from there, and if I had lasted like a minute and a half, then I would have thought, well, that wasn't long, but I thought I had a decent.
So you based your quality on length of time.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
stroke method.
and reaction and positions.
Raw man,
Positions.
Yeah.
He went out there to the
Yeah, but
the
you got to remember
leaderboards.
that the person that
was a
I
nine.
had done the first thing with was experienced.
Okay,
So she
flipped
kinda
you around a bit.
dictated.
She-
She tried to see before me still.
Which ones did you see before?
That was that no man.
Oh,
no.
okay, yeah.
You get me?
Flipped you around, yeah.
Yeah,
Did she
but-
tell you how well she thought you did?
No, she never.
He just made a self-assessment. He was all right.
What she really would have done is just flicked out the clipboard and been like, you were
She was young
four
still,
there.
but she was experienced.
4 on the touch.
You know?
My first one, I was rubbish, but I have no qualm in saying it. And I was told after the second time, I was told I'm happy that because the second time was good. So the second time they said I'm glad the second time was good because I was worried about after the first time. I was like, boy, man got his in it.
I know it's because he's not paying no attention. That's all it is. Like,
Boy, better know.
I know why you're making all this noise while I'm doing this. Shut up.
No, I was trying to figure it out, innit? Because I didn't know what I was doing. I was trying to figure it
Which
out.
one? The one at the top or the one at the bottom?
I was trying to figure it out where because it lasted probably about both 7 minutes.
So yeah,
7 minutes.
because the thing is, just from my point of view, before I had my first experience, I had done other things,
Dabbled
before,
You
so I
worked your
kind
way
of
up.
It wasn't all
yeah,
new to you.
it wasn't all just a naked woman and that was it. You know, I kind of dibbled and dabbled and touched here and
Yeah, I touched.
felt there.
But
So
touching,
I knew
to
where it
touch.
was, and I knew kind of where to put it.
I had a corrupt upbringing. We did. I had a corrupt upbringing. We didn't play kiss chase. The kiss chase, we used to fill them up. That's what we used to fill each other up.
And this is
There
what
was no
this is
kissing.
what the
You know, you
program was about. You know what I'm saying?
You run up and you go, oh, kiss chase. No, not around my school, boy. Women was grabbing crutches, man was grabbing whatever not breast was there. We were moving mad. I'm telling you, it was terrible.
There would have been a Me Too thing at school for real because we was.
It just shows you the difference.
It's what I'm saying. At school, I would use the word. I used to feel up girls, and
I think that's standard.
It was
though,
standard.
in
I
secondary
was
school.
too shy for all of that type of stuff.
I used to feel you have
But
to
it
go,
happened.
go
Yeah, it
behind
happened a lot.
them. And
So, do you think it happens more or less now?
More as
You
much.
think-
I think now
Even
there's more
more.
intent to it
Yeah,
because they
Yeah.
know what they're doing.
yeah.
You think the 14-year-olds of today know more than we did?
I knew what I was doing. No,
I think
I'd say generally because there were people when we were in school. There were 14-year-olds who were doing stuff in music rooms and like the secluded parts of the school. You'd hear that so and so, and they were doing it in there,
or
and
in the shed.
the naive ones of us would be like, "What?" Because to
my
us, it
God.
was just not even something you're thinking about. But I think now,
May my daughter be like you in Jesus' name.
man. But I think now,
Black Jesus or white
in
Jesus.
bigger numbers,
Whichever
I
white
think they know
bakes
what
are
they're
a
doing.
virgin.
I told you I came up corrupt, boy. 14. Oh my god.
that was the last thing on my mind.
Yeah, my school bills, people do some wild behaviors.
No, the
But I
penis was out of the sheath for me, boy.
I was too shy, and I wasn't of the right hue as well. So because I was dark skinned and African, I was not getting any love at the time.
14, I was doing sex with
I was
18-year-olds.
I was the funny one.
Wow.
That's
I was the funny one. But
Kiss chase wise, I was like,
Remember, you
running
were, you were
towards them.
super fat as well, so it wasn't just the fact you were
that's
dark.
true. I was super fat too.
You were roly
I was
poly.
super fat, but
Man
fat,
wasn't fat. He was super fat.
I wasn't that fat. I wasn't as fat at school as I got when I was a bit older. But yeah, I was still big. I was still big, but yeah, I was not the one that people used to love. But then going back now, if I think back now, there was girls that were on it, and I just didn't know.
Didn't recognize
Can you
it.
imagine?
Very beautiful girls now. That if you look at them now, like at the time when people was thinking that these lot are not the just aesthetically beautiful ones. When I look back now, those girls were the banking girls, mate.
Listen, I've told
Ranking
you.
ones.
This is a story 15 to 20 years in the making. I was in school with a girl. I'm not going to mention her name. She's just celebrated her 40th. Congrats. I see her on Facebook or whatever. I used to work at Sainsbury's. I saw this girl 10 years after we finished school or so. So I was in my mid-20s. And she came in. And this is... So back in the day, she got no play. People would look at her, yeah, just like you're saying. Yeah? Just like you're saying. See her in Sainsbury's come in. I was like, wow, look at you. And like, she saw that I looked her up and down. And she said, I'll see you looking. And here's me about to apologize. Before I'd even finished, like, yeah, all this and that. You like what you see now, innit? I couldn't even say nothing because she was exactly right.
I would have said yes.
It's like
I would've
this
said
is,
yes.
it's like this is the conversation she's been having with boys.
Since you left school.
Like, oh, now you appreciate what I have because she had bottom, she had breasts, but she was a darker skinned woman. Now I wasn't a colorist, but I just didn't find her attractive. But maybe that had something to do with people not finding her attractive. I'm assuming she wasn't fully figured back in the day. I can't remember anyways. All I know is I didn't look twice at her. But when I saw her then, I was like, this is the shape. This is what I want in a woman. Yeah. And she said, yeah, exactly. She even went like this. It's all there now, innit? She's like, everyone's on my case. It's like she read my mind and just did the whole conversation without me actually having to say anything. Because I was standing there with my mouth open like...
Thank you.
You're right.
I'm going to go home and thank my dad now. Because my dad gave me one lesson from a long time ago. He said, don't matter who it is, you must treat them good today because you don't know what they're going to be tomorrow.
I didn't know it was mistreating anyone. It's just that you don't know that they're on it. I didn't know they were on it. Until later on, when I think back, I think this person was on it, and I just didn't understand.
That happened to me through college, though. You lot kept telling me all this.
Everyone was on it. Shut your rubbish, man. You knew I had too much to handle. I shouldn't even show you any of them again because you just took all of them.
I missed them.
You just took all of them.
I missed some.
But then what Hala's saying about you were the wrong hue, but that was the same for girls.
Yeah,
Because it was only, it was, I mean, I don't consider myself dark skin. I think I'm in the middle, whatever it is. But it was definitely like the mixed race girls or the really fair girls who were getting all the play. So the rest of you were just like the butters.
You're running towards the guys
and the boys. So it was the light skinned boys and the light skinned girls were the ones that everybody liked.
Especially the one with the eyes.
The foolish dark skinned boys and dark skinned girls, instead of them liking each other, was also trying to avoid themselves to like the light skinned people. Instead of us to just link up like Voltron and say, yes, leave them alone, let's just make dark chocolate children. We was there trying to find as much person with the nice hair and all
because everyone wanted what was nice or what was deemed the nice
Chico DeBarge and Christopher Williams looking guys, man.
Oh no, I was fully.
Wendy was genuine off.
I loved light skin guys.
The coolie looking thing.
So has that changed now?
Yeah.
Jump on it.
Did you get... so you had an issue with the dark skin thing as well. You noticed
not even so much that. I guess so. What, in terms of...
When you were coming up in school...
Nobody fancied me at all. And it was,
we went to the same school.
Yeah, we went to the same school.
Okay.
So...
the dark skin girls was put to
But
the
then
side,
I also... didn't look at dark skinned guys, but not.
I did though.
Not in a way like, oh, he's dark. It's just that I just
because we was not
the light skinned ones.
We was not looked at it by society as the good looking ones, and that's why I say that women that say, "Oh, you men don't understand." I say, no, I'm not having that because I did understand, but only for a small period of time. Because eventually, Tay did came out, and suddenly we was the shit.
Morris Chesson.
Morris and them man, they came out and made it all right. So I'm not gonna pretend like at some point in time. Yeah, Tyrese is. I'm not gonna pretend at some point in time it did not change. What do you want from me? But there was a time when dark skinned men was looked at as the bottom, the same way the women were looked at as the bottom, and we was not getting any love. And the only ones that did seem to like us was white girls, the old big ones as well.
Did it make you bitter, ladies? All the men that were just chasing people that didn't look like you.
I don't remember because I was shy anyway. So even if a guy liked me, I don't think.
Never would have guessed.
Shut up. I wouldn't know what to do. So I was like fantasizing about, oh my gosh, having a boyfriend in it. But if it really happened, I'm just like, I'm scared. Like I'm just still. So I don't think it made me bitter. I don't remember it making me feel bitter.
What do you think out of all the relationships you had? Yeah. What? Sorry. What?
The woman answered the question, man. I asked two people.
Oh, I didn't know you asked her. Sorry, man. You always make it sound like I'm going out of my way to cut them down. Sorry. I'm sorry for cutting you down.
It's all right. I didn't feel bitter either. It was that, it would be nice. It would be nice if somebody liked me. But then my reality was I wasn't even allowed out. So what are you going to do with a boyfriend? So really, it was like...
Read your books.
Yeah. So you know, at home, it would be nice if you had a boyfriend and somebody who liked me. But I wasn't going anywhere. I had to go to school and I had to come home. And at the
Is
weekend,
that what you thought
I was
at
home.
the time or in hindsight?
Yeah, because I knew... I said before, my dad was strict. So I knew what my limitations were. So unless it was a boy who was happy to just talk to me in school, because you couldn't phone my house either. Because my dad would not put the phone through to me. He would tell me some boy called, what did they want? I don't know. He wouldn't let me answer. I don't know.
Would he read your mail
Bible
as well?
study.
Would he read your mail as well?
My mum would do that.
Yeah, man.
It's official word.
Yeah.
Open
so
the
it was like feeling left out, and obviously you want to feel attractive or like people think you're nice, but other than that, it wouldn't have gone any further anyway.
I'll say, can I ask my question now? Please. Okay, so we were talking about the past, and we've gone to that stage now. What do you think you learned from your first relationship? What's the biggest thing you think you ever learned from your first relationship?
Exactly.
That has gone right to this point now.
Wendy knew my first girlfriend.
Yeah, that was hard.
She said it was hard enough.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? I knew of your girlfriend before I knew of you.
Wow.
Because that's like the stories would be, oh, my friend. So I knew of you, and then
mouth.
she would say, "Oh, this has happened."
I didn't put a name.
Notorious.
But
So
even
when- When Stavros talks about the trials and tribulations of my first
Oh no,
relationship,
like me and Stav would be on the phone till late.
Why are you talking to the next woman while you got
Even though
She punched me in my throat.
we'd
Gave
be on
me
the
a
phone till
clothesline.
late talking about just this chick, and that's when we were all working together. So it's like
Yeah.
I'd see you the next day, or whatever, but we'd be on the phone
Love,
till
man.
late.
Mr. Wolf, Wendy, and Stavros
Yeah,
used
we
to
all
work
worked
together.
together.
That wasn't that deep love, boy.
Yeah, you got a couple chokeholds still.
That deep love. But okay. But
Delali's looking at me like I really feel sorry for you. I'm sorry.
but
it was
what's,
a mess, though, wasn't it?
It was, damn, come on now.
It's true,
It was
though,
though.
bruv.
But
You trying to
what-
defend it?
This is 18 years ago now.
yeah, so what did you okay, so what did you all
Learn.
learn from your first relationship that you to this day that you say, you know what, I've learned it.
I learned everything. That's Stavros. I learned not everything actually, because I learned a lot from my second as well. But just for me, mine is too long to actually to list out. So I'll just say she taught me. I think it's is it a Lil Wayne song, "How Not to Love" or something, or what? She basically you have a list of these are the good things in a person, these are the bad things in a person, and she had all the bad things, and so I realized, oh, that's what you don't do, and that was it.
I was going to say, my first proper relationship, I'd say he taught me exactly what I didn't want from a man. And not to say that he was all bad, but he had some traits about him that I just don't or didn't want anywhere near me. So that's what that taught me. So I'm grateful for it, or else I might have gone on to make the same mistakes.
Exactly. That's what I say. Wendy House.
I think to not be scared to say what I want, kind of thing. Because I was a late developer, so I was very much, oh my god, I got a boyfriend. Like, oh my god, someone likes me. So it's like I would allow things to happen that now in hindsight is like you deserve better. Da, 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 da. But before it was kind of like, oh my god, a boy likes me. Oh my god, someone like. So then I'll just let not anything, but things that I shouldn't allow, I'd let happen.
Interesting. With me, I'd say I learned that long distance relationships ain't the one, because we were cool until she moved to Luton to uni, and then that was it, mate. You know, I tried to come up there a few times.
Yeah, I went to Luton Uni.
You know, and it just didn't work out.
That's how young you are when you say London to Luton is a long distance relationship.
Yeah.
It's like
At them times
I was 16.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, in fact, my first
You remember he lived in South, so
My
that
first-
is
yeah.
north.
my first girlfriend was when I was 19. So, yeah, man.
okay. So is that what broke the relationship then? Just the
Sorry?
fact that she was far.
Long distance relationship generally for me is a long thing.
Okay, because I've heard you say it's a bad idea. It's a bad idea.
It's a
Now
bad
I
idea.
see why.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I didn't learn because I had another one that was a bit long distance, and that really rubber stamped the thing. So I won't be doing it again.
Simple.
I'm trying to think what I learned. I learned that I didn't really care about what other people thought about the decisions that I was making. That's what I learned. Because the girlfriend that I had at the time had a reputation for being a whore. But I didn't care.
I wasn't ready.
No, she did. She had a reputation for it, and I didn't care. And I think after we broke up, I was like, you know what? I think I might have loved that girl, you know. But it happened afterwards. It didn't happen while I was with her. So I learned, that I didn't care about what other people thought, and I also learned that I like whores too.
Well, you were one, so.
Yeah, but this is what I come to learn. I'm like, okay, I like this because this is who I am.
I think we all love it.
It's what I know.
I am just a whore, basically, and you're a whore too, and the two of us are whoring together.
There's one guy I know in college that started a relationship with a girl that slept with
Bare man.
pure man in the manner, but now they're married with 3 kids.
But that's what happens.
If you're happy with the
If
woman,
you're happy with the woman, yeah, that's
and
what I
he
learned.
knew that she was a hoe.
I learned that early. I learned it early.
Well, if you're happy with her, you're happy with her, man. I don't understand. That's one person's hole is not other person's hole, man.
Yeah.
Maybe-
But a lot of people
maybe
are
she
concerned
is his
about
hoe.
what other people think,
Yeah.
and then that will stop them.
No, but I liked her because she was a whore. That's it. It was something inside of me that we could relate on.
When you're that age, innit?
You know, you
that
get
image and
backlash
stuff
for that,
is important.
It's important, yeah. And for some reason, I didn't care.
Wahala?
What?
It's a sticky one still.
There's a sticky one still. Boy, I learned bare stuff from my thing. I think the most important thing I learned is that I could forgive. Because that one cheated on me and I took her back still.
That's a good one.
And then I also that's a foolish thing to do, never ever do it again.
Why though?
Because it's not the same.
Mine cheated on me too.
It's not the same.
The whole.
What do you expect from a whore? That's what I'm saying to you.
I'm like,
It goes hand in hand. You just learn to.
For me, it's a case of the relationship wasn't equal. And it wasn't even necessarily on my part. It was more on her part where she just felt that it wasn't equal. She's like, I'm always going to be the bad one. And I was like, in a way, but that's your own. You put yourself in that position. I didn't put you in that position. You did that.
Play with your own squishy.
And I forgave you. If you can't forgive yourself, that's on you, innit?
That's because my ex, this same first relationship or first serious one, he always said that if he were to cheat on me, he would end the relationship because then he'd be waiting for me to do the same.
Maybe.
So I was just like,
#Petty.
Yeah, it's one of those
people have that, man.
Guilty
Yeah, they do.
conscience.
Because they hold a mirror to themselves. Some people, you find that the things that they do, they expect other people to do it. So if they're malicious and somebody says something that could be deemed innocent or malicious, they just take it. Oh, that's a malicious comment. It's like, hold on, it's because that's what you would have. That's what you thought. So I can see that. I've heard men say that, but don't let them find out because then they're gonna do it to me.
Yeah. I learned a lot, man. One thing I learned a little bit later down the line is that you have to. Well, you don't have to, but I have chosen to get to a point now where a relationship's not the be all or the end of your life. If it breaks, it breaks. And there's other people in the world that you can potentially find love with. So don't kill yourself over one person.
Can't come and kill myself.
Yeah, I can't kill myself. Because you guys can't. It's like in the end, you just have to say to yourself, you know what? It didn't work.
Yourself.
It didn't work. Not everything's going to work. And there's other people in the world that still like you. And, you know, you're going to find other women in the world that will like you for who you are. And that one might not work again and there'll be somebody else.
So do you not believe in, like, say, people who fight for someone?
No, you should fight for a relationship. But if it gets to a point where it's detrimental to you and you're not feeling happy with yourself, then you have to make a decision amongst each other to say, you know what? This has gone too far now.
Dead.
I'm not happy. You're not happy. What are we going to do about this? And if it does break up, I'm not saying that you shouldn't fight. I'm just saying once it's broken up, don't feel like that's the be all end all of your life. Simple will tell you, boy, when I broke up with that one, I was finished, mate. I was finished.
I was worried.
I was sitting in cars talking to myself.
Did you cry? It was mad.
Did I cry? Yes. What do you mean? I cried, man.
Take a picture and send it to me next time.
I was crying. Hey, that's probably. It's weird because I didn't cry when she cheated, but I cried when we broke up. Though.
Yeah.
How old did you?
When we broke up?
Yeah.
That was about 20 something.
I was happy.
Early 20s or
that was a long relationship, man. I can't remember.
I had to jump in my car and drive because I was that worried
about him.
Yeah, boy.
Right, it was a
a
deep.
man shed eye water.
Me, his brother didn't know none of this stuff, man.
I'll talk to you. So it's one of them things. So for me, it's like yeah, man. That one hit me hard, and in my head, it's like nothing will ever hit me that hard again. So
I think,
and you got through it, so you know that.
Yeah, you can get through it, man.
deal with
Now
that.
guess what? He's living his best life.
Innit? So you
Sipping
get
his sauce.
to a point where it's that situation, you know, it made me as a man.
So
in that way.
I think the moral is from everybody, because it seems like all of us we're happy we've gone through this experience and it's taught us stuff that we're now utilizing in our present lives. That for those of you that are going through some hard times because you've just broken up with your first partner or the big love of your life, it is brighter on the other side. You take all the lessons you can from that and move forward and utilize it in future life, because it's not. It sounds like it's rhetoric, and it's just like, oh yeah, whatever. You don't know what it's like to be. You don't know what it's like. You don't know what I feel like. Tell him shut up, man. Everybody's been in love. Everyone's had their heart broken, innit? But when you're in that situation, you feel like you're the only one. Like nobody's felt like this.
felt like me, man.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Nobody's cried in the shower like
I was
me.
broken, brain. So in the end, you find a way to deal with it.
I missed the whole.
You don't miss. You don't.
No, for a while I missed her. Not so much.
Oh,
now.
at the time?
Yeah, at the time.
Yeah,
for
of course,
for
of course.
a while I missed her.
That was my best friend, man, as well. So
Because she broke up with me as well. It wasn't even the other way around.
Oh my.
that his ego was finished.
No, it's not it wasn't an ego thing. It was the reason why she broke up with
The
me
whole
as
cheated
well.
on you and broke up with you.
Yes.
Wow, bro.
Yes.
Look at everyone just laughing at you.
But it was
You got broken up with him as well, innit?
Yeah, man.
That's what I'm saying. She cheated on him and broke up with him.
It's peak times out here. It's peak times out here in the streets. It's peak times out here, man.
I'll piss on you.
That's wrong. That's so wrong.
so wrong, man.
I got my revenge later in life, though.
These guys.
I got my revenge later in life.
Living your best life is getting the revenge, isn't it?
I shit on you.
It's a bit deep.
Right, so there you go, gentlemen. If your woman breaks up, if your woman cheats on you, just leave her because she's gonna get back with you.
She's gonna cheat on you again.
Give you 6 months to a year and break up with you.
Just leave them, man. Just leave
Why
them.
do you think they leave then? Do you think it's their own guilt or something?
She told me that she didn't feel like she was good enough for all of the stuff. And I was like, but I know about the stuff. She's like, it was like, I know about the stuff. She goes, yeah, but you don't. And I'm like, yeah, but I don't need to know the details of the stuff. I know that there's stuff in it, but I'm not moved by that. Yeah, but I have to live with myself.
Yeah, they find it difficult to deal with themselves, and it depending on what type of man you are. Me and Simple are quite similar. It'll almost be like a case of we're so just going on with our lives. You be like, well, what? A bit like what you were saying. What is he planning to do about this? Something's gonna have to come at some point.
Yeah, it's too calm.
Yeah, and we're just like, no. And some people are just trash, and they know they're trashing it, so they're just trying to get their stuff away from you because they know that what they've done is a bad thing,
And they'll do it again.
And they'll do it again, so they're gonna leave.
I love you enough to leave you.
Nah, don't come with that bullshit. Just go.
Hold on, that could be a legit thing.
Yeah,
like
but
you just said.
yeah, but just go and-
I am trash.
You didn't love me enough
I am
to
not-
close your leg, though, innit?
Yeah, but
That's why she's leaving you.
yeah, but it depends. No, it
you just
depends.
fuck off then?
No, she can still love you and still have a difficulty closing the legs.
Can she?
It's possible, man.
Nah.
So are you saying that if you love somebody, you can't, it's not? Can you cheat on somebody you love?
I will say I don't understand it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say you can't do it. But I don't see.
What's there to not understand?
What does you loving me mean?
Yes.
Loving is a feeling I have for you. It's a very strong emotion of. It goes beyond like, including a sexual attraction, a mental attraction,
Potentially a sexual attraction, yep.
Okay, you can love people you're not physically attracted to. Okay, all right, fine. But you understand what love is? Love is I just love you, innit? I love you.
Okay, but to me, included in that is respect for me, respect for what we have.
No.
That's
What's that got to do with love?
that's what my love is.
Yeah, I would. You can't screw your face.
I can't screw my face because of course you can cheat on somebody you love.
You can,
Okay,
and you don't have to.
that's
You don't have to
fine.
respect everyone you love.
Then there's
as well.
no respect. Yeah,
but
you're
that's
not respect.
I don't have to respect somebody you
definition
love.
of
You don't have to
innit?
respect people you love.
I
Blatantly don't have to respect
I don't
people you love.
respect.
You don't have to respect them. You said.
What for?
No, you don't.
What's respect got to do with love?
Love and respect are two different things.
Let's not get into all very lardy land. We had the conversation the other day, and you were co-signing me on one thing.
No,
It's not about-
I
it's not
agreed
about-
with both of you.
You do not have to respect somebody you love. You
I
do not
didn't
even
say you
have.
have
You don't
to,
even have
but
to
I said
like
for me.
somebody you love. No, not for you. Let's change the thing around. You do not have to like somebody you love. You don't have to respect them. You don't have to. You don't even have to think much of them. Love is something that you can't really
So why
control.
Then what
with
kind
this
of love
person?
are you
Nobody- you
talking
don't
about?
have to.
I don't
you
think much of you.
You don't have to.
But I love you.
You don't have to be with the person you love either.
That sounds like a platonic love. Like,
That I can
but in terms of being with someone, like the in love type of love.
in love. That's the type of love
There
I'm
can be
talking about.
periods of time where we're beefing, or I don't like the look of your face. Cool, but just for that to be ongoing, that's long.
Yeah.
I think people at times take infatuation and love and mix it up a lot.
Thank you.
A lot of people think love is infatuation. I love you. I need to be around you. I need you to be my best friend, and I need you to respect. No, that's not infatuation. This love is I love you. I love you. In my heart, I have this love for you.
In our heart.
But I don't necessarily respect you as a human being.
I think, like you said, if you look at like a rainbow of stuff of emotions, and love is one color, and I think people look at the whole rainbow. That rainbow is love, and like no, the rainbow encompasses a lot of things. That hopefully you can have all of them. So red might be respect, and green is I don't know, whatever, like sexual attraction and all this other stuff. But the love is just the one color. Maybe it's the biggest one in the middle or something. I don't know, but it's just one color.
But again, I think it's all individual. The same.
No, you're just wrong. If it's
No, you're wrong.
You're just wrong.
No, that's you. it's how you love and how you want to be loved. So you hopefully find find a person who feels the same way.
So you want somebody to love you the way that you're loved, that you love them.
Not exactly, because nobody is the same, but to have the
values.
Yeah, to have the same values. So even if it might come out in a different way, but I understand that this is what you expect from somebody that you're sharing your life with. And likewise, this is what I expect from you. So the same way we were talking earlier about, I might not have a problem with him looking at a girl's nyash or saying, my God, look at her body. But whereas somebody else, that might be, you don't love me if you can do that. But then for me, that's cool.
Okay.
Because you're just looking. But for somebody else, that doesn't work. So it's just finding the person that shares what you want and vice versa.
I think a definition, we had a big debate last year about how people define love, and I think Stavros
was right.
Well, I think most people had the idea that love is a feeling, which everybody knows. I think you gave a couple of good definitions and examples of that, and other people were saying that love is a choice.
It's a verb. Everyone says love is a verb as well.
And I personally believe.
Go on, Mr. Finish what you're saying. Because
I'm listening to you. I personally believe.
No, I personally believe that it's a bit of both, and it is dependent on the individuals as well. That there could be a time in your relationship where there's no love, in terms of the feeling, but then you could choose to continue to love that person based on some of the characteristics and some of the statements that you made. So, to one person, it's a feeling, and it's a feeling only. To other people, it could be a bit of both. And for me, it's a little
for some
bit
person,
of both.
You haven't beat me today, so you love me. That's not going to be the same for other people.
Are we saying beat?
That's what I'm saying.
Are we describing?
No, not sexual beat.
Look at this guy.
I shake it on the beat as well. All right, can I ask a question as well? Because we're going in this.
You can ask another question now. Go on.
All right, so because we always say we're going to talk about finances, but as we're talking about relationships and stuff like that, I want to talk about relationship finances, right? And how much people involve themselves in finance when they're dealing with a relationship. So we talk about how we look at a person, we like the way they look, how they behave, and blah blah blah. How much does finances get involved in your relationships, and how you build relationships with the people that you're with, and then how you deal with finance within a relationship when you're starting to be together?
We kind of touched on this though. One time we were talking about credit score. That how's your credit score as opposed to how do you look like? You know what I mean?
I don't think we actually talked about it though deeply, but you got in there.
No, but I'll let the ladies answer first. And one's in a relationship, one isn't. So it'll be interesting to know how each of them deal with it.
It's because I haven't been single for a long time. So when we first got together, man, it wasn't obviously with a view thinking that we're going to be together for X amount of years. So you're not really interested in how a person's bank account is set up. Well, I wasn't. It was just, okay, cool, you work, great, I work, whatever. So there wasn't that need. So as you grow older, as you realize, okay, so this is going to be us, okay, cool. I think it's just about how you communicate, really. I had some debt, I think, as everybody did at a university, whatever. So my priority was dealing with that before I go and do anything else or add extras. And I made that known to him. So it's like we're just honest with each other. We know what's going on.
Do you have joint accounts on them for you?
No.
See it there.
Okay, that's interesting.
Would you do that though?
Yeah, but that wouldn't be my only account. We'll have a joint account for house stuff, car stuff. But I will have my own account. He will have his own account where your salary goes, and then you put your money together when you need to.
When's?
I don't know, for me, because I haven't really been in like a long term relationship, so it's kind of hard to say. I haven't been in the position where I've been looking to build a life with somebody. So
okay,
hypothetically speaking, getting into a relationship.
But how would
with
you broach
somebody.
it now?
I think that all comes in when you decide that you're going to start living together, maybe. Then you have to have that conversation and decide, like, are we doing 50-50? Are we doing 70-30 or whatever? Or
Okay, let me ask you a question in the state that you're in at the moment, because you're single. You ain't
You are in.
You're looking for somebody, yeah? Because I was on Twitter the other day and I was reading somebody's tweets. Shout out Bello from Black Canvas and all the things that she's dealing with there, right? And she said, right, that when she's doing dating stuff now, yeah, she's not just doing like the Tinder thing or looking at. When she finds somebody that she likes, she's going to LinkedIn. And she's checking their job history.
Really?
She's checking what they're doing.
Oh, strategic.
Looking to see what they've been doing for their lives, seeing whether or not their jobs over spec, then checking maybe checking Glassdoor to see what type of salaries this person gets with these types of jobs.
Seriously?
And she's making her decisions, not all the decisions, but partially part of her decisions based on that.
Is that a bit stalkish?
I don't know if I think that's I think that's quite sensible.
It's stalkering.
If you are not
Stalkering.
if you're saying to yourself, I want a man that is on my level and can pay the ways to my things, I need to find out from now.
On my level. In my level, in what way?
In salary sort of ways.
Yeah, because sometimes when we talk about success, we talk about you mentioned like a nonsense person before, and it all came down to the money they make. And sometimes you meet somebody that is earning has a good job and earns a decent wage, and they're not a success.
They squander.
And they're not. They might even keep all the money, but that doesn't. And then what? Then they're cheating on you. Then they're flashing. Anyways,
I'm not. I'm very romantic-y. Like how last week you were saying that you're romantic. I'm very about the person more than like that. Like that's doing all that LinkedIn stuff is not my style.
It's too much work.
Yeah, I want to know that he works and that even if he's not working, he's trying to work. Like I'm not happy. I won't be happy with somebody who has no ambition. In that way, but you're so against ambition, aren't you?
But it's just a word that every woman uses.
Yeah, but I mean, you have to want to do something.
Why?
Because what are you doing?
What if they're doing this? What if the thing that they're doing?
If you won the lottery and you don't have to work, then.
But what if they're happy with what they're doing though?
Which is what, like,
I don't know. I don't know. What if they're dustbin cleaner and they're happy doing that?
Oh yeah, if he's working, that's the thing. I'm not gonna, because I've had in my life, I've been unemployed so many times that it just makes me feel like, but then I know that I'm a good person and all that. It's just that I haven't been able to find that job, or I've not worked at that time. But, and I would hate for somebody to judge me based on that, because I know I'm so much more than that. So I'm
CV.
not, yeah.
Your resume.
I like the way you just put it. I think that's the best I've ever heard it. I know I'm so much more than just my job. And that is it. And job can change. As we know, things can come and go, and if that's what you hold me to account for, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that a man or woman shouldn't want somebody that earns of what they want to fulfill some sort of lifestyle. If you want to live a lifestyle where you can go to certain places and do certain things and have a certain level of this or that, then fine. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I think sometimes people put the emphasis on that, and then they meet the person and they let a lot of other things slide. When those other things, in the long run, it's going to be more important, because the money can come and go. But usually, not all the time, but usually some of these qualities kind of stick around. And so I just feel that's the important thing.
So he's employed, you like him, you lot have met, talked. It's not no extreme pace, he's not rushing you. You like who he is, you see where this can possibly go. He's working and what have you.
He's not Ghanaian.
He is. It's just British born.
And then
we're gonna come back to that one. So then you done all of that, and then you find out that he does work, he earns a decent salary or what have you, and then you find out that he works in porn.
Oh my god.
That's random.
He's still a good person though.
Oh god.
What does he do in porn?
Is that a problem
if
now?
he's a director, okay, but
he directs his penis into the vagina. Is that a problem now though?
Of course it's
No, but you just said she's not. She just said she's not a job. So she's so much more than a job. So
don't lie.
I'm just saying, you don't got to lie.
It's a problem because he's doing things with other people.
Let's work.
Yeah, but it's work that can jeopardize me.
Yeah, that's an extreme, bro.
Yeah, man. Why are you always thinking that?
No, but you say that, but
you don't care about his job, so you don't mind if he sticks it in another woman.
Took our job
several times a day.
You took our jobs.
So what about you then, Stav?
What about me?
About your financing the home?
I did actually listen to the question. Sorry. I was
saying basically, how now you're married.
Yeah.
Obviously, finance is a thing in your house now. So how do you deal with it? Do you both sit down and discuss what you're doing for your finances for the month, or this is what we're going to be paying this month, or do you just pay the things and I know them thing there?
It might come across when I talk about, or how you hear me talk in general, and how I talk about my relationship on the podcast, that I'm some sort of alpha male, put my foot down, caveman kind of person. But I'm not.
Captain.
I'm not. I pretty much come home and my missus runs things, more or less. Not me.
Wasn't he the guy who said earlier, women don't run things like that? That's why they think they run things. No. They came and said, I go home, my woman runs everything.
Yeah, but in terms of, she wants to do X, Y, and Z, and I let her do X, Y, and Z. It's like...
You let her, yeah?
Yes, because I can put my foot down and say no, or I could make an argument about it. But so in this case, what she wants more or less goes, because I married a sensible person. She makes sensible decisions, and it's cool. The one thing that I more or less fully control, fully have autonomy over, is the finances. She trusts me to just deal with that. So she pays a lot of the bills. I'm not talking about I pay everything. She pays a lot. I'm not going to go into everything, but she pays a lot from her side. But I dictate who pays what, when they pay, blah, 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 blah.
So you're kind of like the reverse.
Of what?
Because that's what most other houses are like. The man is the one that comes in and he controls most things, and then the lady controls the finance.
I disagree with you there. I don't think man comes in and controls most.
Well, whatever.
Depends what you're talking about.
Okay, ladies usually control the finance. Men come in, they give them their pay, and they say, do what you're doing with the pay.
Women do the admin of it.
Yeah, they do all the stuff, what they need to buy. They know what they need. They allocate what money needs to go where, and then...
Now, a few years into our relationship,
you buy your pan or whatever you buy.
Before we ever, because we didn't discuss finances for the first couple of years. Then,
couple of years, you know?
Yeah, 3 or 4 years into our relationship, we discussed it.
Yeah, because you don't always know where it's going.
Yeah.
You're just getting to know something.
After 4 years.
What do I care about your money? This is my point. The money's not my. I didn't care. Okay. Especially me as a man. If I was a woman, I can understand it a bit more. But as a man, I'm not. It's your job to look after me financially. Yes. I don't have to worry about your money. I have to worry about making sure I can look after you, not the other way around. Okay. So, unless you have some sort of gambling habit that you're there tossing money all over the place. But anyways, then we talked about finances, and then basically we did this and we did that, and then she realized, oh, this is something that I trust him with, because I proved myself with certain things that I won't bother going into, and then from there it's. Because my missus is quite contrarian. You say contrarian.
Can you do?
If I say if we're walking down the road and I say I want to go left, she's like
dictionary.
She wants to go right.
The opposite of anything he says.
Yeah, so she just wants to, like many women sometimes. It's just I say one thing, she wants to do the opposite. Well, when it comes to finances, she that is one thing where it seems like I've proved myself, and if I say. Financially, we're going to jump. She says how high. Everything else is like, no, I'm going to do this, I want to do that, and we have to have this long ass discussion, and then I'm right in the end, anyways. But when it comes to money, she just does. She just does as she's told, and that's it. And I don't mean that in some demeaning kind of way. I just mean it's me that deals with the finances, and I say, okay, we're going to do this, and she's like, cool, and that's it. No argument, no discussion on that. She doesn't even ask me why. It's just yeah, cool.
Do you show the same energy with some of the things that she's in charge of?
Yeah, I just told you that she does.
No, like she would make a decision and then you won't ask any questions.
Yeah, I as a joke, I call my wife the secretary. If my secretary, because when something that comes to me, I just push it out to her. Like, you tell me what I'm going to do. Like, so, we're going to do this. Okay, you tell me. So we're planning on going on holiday soon. It's like, you book it. You tell me when we're going. You just deal with it.
My missus,
I'll just come.
My missus would love that, because I am
a control furry.
But I have said she's
knows as well.
She's very used to this, because I'm a control freak as well. But because I live in her home, because I live in her home, and she says it's ours, it's not ours, it's her home. Because I moved in with her when to the house that she owned. Once we got married, I moved in with her, and I told her, once we move into our place, once we buy a place together, it's going to be different. And I don't think she gets it yet, because I'm telling her, if you think you're going to get to decorate the place, no, you're wrong, because it's me that's going to decorate, because it's going to be my old house.
Look at these
so
women here.
So, like, when she wants stuff in like, because she says, oh, we need to do stuff in the house, and I tell her, okay, whatever you want. Whatever you want.
Basically,
because,
it's your house.
Because it's her house, you do what you want in it, we'll do it.
But it's our money.
I don't care. It's your house.
No,
But
because
once we move
you
in-
tell me when you get married, it's our money. Remember that big argument we had? When we were married, it's our money. It's no longer your money or her money. So why is it now only her house? Why is it not our house in the middle of our street?
Or when
Because she
you move
bought it.
into the new house.
She bought the
that
house.
you're both-
But it's ours.
Yeah, the
It's
new
ours now because we're married.
I think it's such a large purchase that even though, yes, when it comes,
house in the middle of the street. Our house.
it's just, I just see it as that's her house, man. You can't,
No, but you just
can't, as a young, how old was she when she bought her house? Like, she was in her 20s.
Black
she,
female.
She got off her own ass, bought her house, and then me come, how many years after?
good,
About
righteous
about
black man.
4 or 5 years after you've bought your house and say, yeah, this is, yeah.
So your name ain't on the
Look at me, this is mine now. It's your house, man.
I was-
Even so, she can say whatever, she says
Is your
it.
name on the thing?
But all right, I'll tell you this: the difference, the thing is that if she says I want to do this with the house and I want to do something else, my brain tells me that's hers. There's nothing else, like whether it's our daughter or it's our car or it's everything that we did together. Then it's like I have a say. But if we came down to the house and she wants to do X, Y, and Z, it's your house. So do it then, innit? It's not my house.
Yeah, but then
we get
why
house
when
together,
you move into the place that you're going to buy together or whatever? Why is it that she has...
sometimes? Sorry, I should let you finish. Why is it that sometimes
Sorry.
she...
No, you said that when you move into your, when you get a place that's both of yours,
Yes.
she has no say in the decoration and whatnot. Why?
I was being a bit of exaggerating, but what I'm saying is that she gets to dictate what happens in the house now. I have no say. She might say I have a say, but I'm
don't
letting
feel like
you
you
do what
do.
you're doing. You do what you want to do. But if she wants to paint a room,
I defer.
if she wants to paint a room a certain color and I'm not on it, then I'm not on it. And it's whereas in the last house, I would have just let you do it.
Is she aware of all of this?
I've told her, but you know, some people they hear and they don't listen.
They don't
That's
believe
where
it.
compromise comes in.
She don't hear.
I got a question for you though. You see this contrarian thing, yeah? And I'm not suggesting that you do it, but maybe you might understand the mechanism behind it. This contrarian thing, the way it manifests in my life is that it's only what I say gets the contrarian thing. If somebody says exactly what I've said, it doesn't have. But I don't. I don't understand what the mechanism is. So maybe I'm not saying that you've done it yourself, but maybe you might understand the mechanism. Maybe there's something across the gender lines that I'm not getting. But what is it about?
Do you do that?
We bicker a lot.
She does it.
Do you know what he means?
Yeah, no, yeah.
No, but you know what he means in that specific example.
Yeah, but I'm thinking, no, because I don't do it for the sake of it. If I genuinely don't agree with something, doesn't matter who it is, I'm going to say. So I don't save it for him, if you see what I mean. And then somebody else will say the same thing and I'll be, oh yeah, that's fine. If I don't agree, I just don't agree.
There are times though when somebody says something, when somebody says something one way, and then when you go to speak to your brethren and you explain it to them, and then they explain it back to you the way that you understand, you're like, okay, that makes sense now. There is times when that happens, but it's not all the time. And sometimes it is literally just you don't trust my say and you trust this person's say.
Just today, I had a conversation with my wife, and it's something very, 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 very private. And I told her, listen, because you're not listening, go talk to somebody else. That's it, because you don't listen to me. So just talk to somebody else, because there's no way they're not going to tell you the same thing I'm telling you.
Stavros?
And you'll listen to them. Because you're not listening to me.
Stavros, in my life, it doesn't even involve opinion. One time I said to my missus, if you do 3 right turns, you'll be back where you started. She told me no. She told me it's 2 lefts, two rights and a left. I said, how can 2 rights and a left get you back to where you started? She was arguing with me. Luckily, we were in a car. We did the 3 rights. I said, look where we are.
But you actually did it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Look where we are. We're back where we started. No, but that's not what I meant. Just because I said it. Bruv, this is what I have to do. So I thought maybe you had some insight.
Yeah, I don't, he might have a different answer, but I don't think I do it.
I'm pretty sure he does. So are you? What about the rest of you, man, with regard to your finances?
What's that?
Is it a situation when you now with your you've moved in with your missus?
I've been with my missus for about 8 years,
That's a
and
long time enough, fam.
I still don't know how much money she earns
Really? Why?
because it's not important to me. I don't care.
Does she know how much you earn?
No.
You like living in sin, boy. Silently. Boy.
I think it's important,
Interesting.
personally.
That one, it does surprise me.
I'm not interested in her money.
Yeah, but you're kind of like Okay.
I don't care.
The thing is, I think the two of you must earn enough then that it doesn't matter. Because you're looking to do stuff, and you have to have finances to do stuff. But if you have enough finances that you can put money aside to do that stuff, then it's like I don't even need to worry about the surplus. Whereas if you had to struggle to make whatever that joint money was, then you would naturally need to know.
With the money thing, I only worry about how much money I make, and I try to make as much money as I can, obviously. But I also try to make enough money that if it fell on my shoulders, as in there was no second salary, then we'd at least be able to live. Maybe not so much holidays and all that stuff, but we'd at least be able to live in a level of comfort.
Are we at that stage?
And that's my main consideration. So that's why I'm not really bothered about how much money she does or doesn't make or the rest of it.
I want to do the holidays, man.
I love the holidays, but I'm saying if it comes to it, push comes to shove. Yeah, push comes to shove, then at least I know I can keep the roof over our heads, keep the food in our stomachs,
the
lights on, the heat on, and I can do that.
I'm in that position now, but because when she had the baby, when she went on maternity leave,
baby,
her pay was decent up until about 6 months or 8 months, and then for that last little bit, because she was off for about a year, it was so tight. It's juggling. But I was in so much more debt than I was caking away. So I was giving away. It must have been about 1,500 just towards debt. Forget the bills. Madness. So I guess now I don't have to do all that much. I don't know if it happens again. I guess I'll see. But I know I can kind of like support us both. But then it's just no fun.
That's the only thing.
Like it's no fun.
That's the only thing. But like at least you can tide the wave.
Yeah.
Almost indefinitely. It would be no fun, but it'll be almost indefinitely.
But you come to work on time, boy. Make sure you're not late. You get me?
Trust me.
It's like, yes, sir.
No risk.
You know that your discipline just turns right up, boy.
You would like, what, sir? Yes.
You know what I mean? Before you were like, I don't need this job. I come here because I want to.
I come here to work.
You need me. What are you talking about?
You know that?
So then, Wahala, how soon into a relationship do you think you need to start talking about finances? Because you were surprised that Stav, they were together for 4 years.
I'm a bit like simple. I literally only found out how much. Well, I still don't actually know how much my missus earned last week.
Yeah, so she's a drug dealer. It goes up and down.
So the backstory is
Anyway,
the backstory is that I got made redundant, so I lost my job. Yeah, so,
I'm jobless.
Yes, I'm jobless at the moment. I'm looking for employment.
You know that gif where the man is holding back the laugh sign in front of the keyboard. That's what I'm saying.
I'm looking at it. So I actually then at some point I actually had to look up my missus. I said to her, "How much money do you earn?" Like, I actually need to know now, innit? So she kind of told me how much, and plus I was looking at contract jobs. I don't know because my missus obviously owns a shop, so she gets paid in a different way that everybody else gets paid, where you get your salary, she gets the money to her, whatever. So then I was like, how much do you get paid? And she told me how much. Then I started calculating in my brain. I was like, hold on a minute. That's a lot more than I thought he was getting. I was sat there because I was thinking to myself, when I'm thinking, let me pay this, pay that. And she's always saying to me, let me pay this. And I'm like, no, I'll pay it. Blah, blah, blah. Because now I was thinking, I'm still going to pay everything anyway, even in my jobless state, if I can, as soon as I get my job.
How about when you bought the house though?
What?
When you bought the house?
What about buying the house?
But don't you put your salaries together?
But bruv, when you work self-employed, she doesn't necessarily know how much she earns in a year. It's different from me and you. It's not a salary. Do you understand?
Because they'll have to take your like 5-7 years.
That's
all because you have to do your tax return. So it's gonna be
I'm telling you now. When I'm telling you something, just listen to what I'm saying to you. All right, and I'm telling you now. And to be honest, that's a podcast in itself. Being self-employed and trying to get yourself a mortgage is not easy at all.
Yeah, that bit is not easy. But the tax return is a tax return.
Yeah, but the tax returns. That's what I'm telling you. You don't necessarily
drug dealers,
right? So she doesn't like that, so don't say that. So then, with all that situation there and blah blah blah, right? I had to find out. So once I found out, I was like, okay, cool. But until that, I didn't really know. I just knew that she earned enough money to pay her shop rent. I was buying ASOS things every 5 minutes coming through the door. And she knew that I had enough money to pay all the bills that I need to pay. And she does the food or whatever, sorry. She does the food, which is the strange one because I have to then ask her for the money for the food, and she's a bit of a thing. So I'll be like, I need to fill up the pot. So she had a pot, and she fills it up, and I take the money when I need to go and buy food because I don't want to take it in the shop. But anyway, so then I didn't know about that stuff, so I had enough money to pay the bills and to buy whatever I wanted to buy. So I was in a fortunate position where if she lost her, or God forbid anything happened to the shop, I could have paid all the bills and I could have gone on the holidays. So I was in that position. Now I'm in a position where I have nothing. I don't know what to do. Nothing. I don't know what to do, man. Well, I don't have nothing because obviously you got your whatever you got. But your love. Like, I don't know what to do, man. So I'm in this catch-22. So the finances now plays a major part in my brain, and now I'm thinking, do I need to reevaluate myself? I'm just thinking I'll just get a job and it just sorts it all out. But what if I don't get that job?
Maybe because I have to deal with the finances in the house. Maybe that's why I know what she's getting paid. Because I find it strange that you people don't know what she's getting paid now. In this stage in your relationships, you that's engaged, looking to get married, and you that's been with your missus longer than I've been with mine.
She could be building a whole new yard somewhere else in the world. I have no idea about it.
In my head, it's like this. Are you okay? Yes. Then I don't need to know.
Delali, do you know how much you get paid, your man gets paid, and vice versa?
Mm-hmm.
How early into the relationship was that? Because you've been together since Dust was born.
Oh my God.
I don't know. Fairly early. Not the first 2-3 years, maybe.
So what, did you just get out one day and be like, listen, I need to know how much money you earn?
No, I don't even know how it came
I'm
out.
the type of woman, that I need to be on this level, and if
Is
you're
that
not,
how I speak?
no, not
Shaking
really.
your neck.
And then shaking your neck, because at the end of the day,
man like me don't go to these types of restaurants, you know, because
you got to have a
In fact, I'm
I don't even know how it
ask
came out.
a question in a minute. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, no, I don't remember how or why it came out, but yeah.
Ain't no romance with no finance.
Can somebody tell me
Picture.
what fancy restaurants are?
Fancy restaurant.
Expensive,
Yes,
innit?
because when I'm on
Depends.
certain things and people are talking about, you
you're
can't let
obsessed
them.
with this restaurant thing.
Yeah, because I'm baffled by
It depends on who you ask.
I'm baffled.
Certain people, if you ask them, is that you actually have metal cutlery.
Knife and fork.
Yeah, true.
And then other people
have
is
napkins.
the table setting, so you have napkins. And then some other people will say to you if you have a full course set of cutlery. Some people don't even know what a full course set of cutlery is. They don't know about the 3 forks and the 3
Salad,
knives and all them things.
This one the other night
And the
was
2
thing.
spoons.
he had the knife in his left hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
You
what I'm
got-
saying.
you got
I
watch on your right
don't.
hand?
I don't know how to do the thing.
Is that how you do it?
No, I had my fork to hold the fish or whatever, and I used my knife to do whatever, and then. I put the fork now in my right hand, and then I started to munch.
Really?
I'll be honest with you. I know how to do it properly, and I do it the wrong way on purpose because white people told you how to do that
I
shit.
thought you were going to
That's
say
In the end, it's
it.
like this, innit? If you are somebody that's a millionaire, you may say that the newest Mercedes Benz is just a car for me, whereas a Lamborghini is a fancy car. Same way that somebody that's just earning a couple thousand, like 60,000 a year, may say to you, a Mercedes is a really fancy car for me, and a Lamborghini is a luxury car that I can't really afford. But a Ford Focus is just a car. It's the same thing with the restaurants.
Levels.
So
It's levels.
if my like me was 15 and I was only getting my little GSA, whatever these guys get, like whatever money they get, £30 a week or whatever, maybe not be working,
just for going to school.
whatever. Yeah, I don't know if they still get it, but there was some of them used to get it.
ESN.
ESA, whatever they get.
Did they still get it?
I don't know.
Whatever. If I don't want, let's say I was working in Sainsbury's and I was only earning like £200 a month because I was working part time 1 day a week. Yeah. Nando's for me would
That's
be
what I
Nando's
That's
would
me
be
too.
Nando's would be like a big thing for me because that's like a quarter of my wage.
I think I've been spoiled, you know.
And they got metal cutlery.
Yeah, that would be like a quarter of my wage. And McDonald's would be a standard, or chicken shop would even be a standard. £2 of chicken, blah blah blah. Then after you start earning, I don't know, £2,000 a month or £1,000 and a half a month because you're working more full time now, you can say, you know what, I'm going to go to
£1,000 and a half.
And a half
You can say that I'm going to a restaurant where I sit down and they come to me and they serve me at the table. It's now become a fancy restaurant. And then after that, when you start earning quite a bit of money, you might be going to these restaurants now where they're calling you sir and madam when you get in there, innit? And stuff like that. And they're taking you to the table and they open and they're taking a chair away for you to sit down and putting the thing on your lap and blah blah blah. It all depends on your salary and what you've got. You can't just say what's a fancy restaurant, because for some people a fancy restaurant is something they can't afford, isn't it?
Calm down.
Yeah, but it's like you got a thing about it. I don't know.
Because my whole dating life, because I started dating late, so as you people can hear, I wasn't an early bird, so I started dating late, and I didn't have money, but I could do what I wanted. I've never had, the type of things that certain people. So I understand that a lot of the stuff I'm talking about is people I follow on social media, and I guess the more fun ones are the younger ones, or the ones that talk about this kind of stuff are the younger ones. Because I guess people that I'm following, the politicians and people, they don't talk about where they're going to eat. And that's not, or the conversation is not, oh, where should you be taken out? They're married and they had that conversation 20 years ago, kind of thing. So the people out here having this conversation is people that are still dating. They're going to be relatively young, innit? Because they're not settled yet. So the places that they bring up, if they are places I've been, I was like, but that was nothing. And it's like, you can't take a girl on a date there. Or as a woman, they're saying, I really wouldn't expect a man to take me there, or I'd have to pay because it would be a cheek if I expected him to pay me there. But I'm like, this is nothing. This is nowhere.
We had this discussion before.
Yeah, sorry, it still just stuck in my head because I heard it on a podcast the other day. In fact, it was still off on just a tip. When Georgia was talking to her two female guests, and they were talking about paying for dates, and I was just thinking, I was just scratching my head.
We live in a different era from you. We were speaking to a guy today, and he was talking about using an app for dating, and I was like, "This is crazy." I don't know how I'd be in this era of app dating, because he was saying that he would swipe to, what did he say? He was like a list of girls. He would swipe and then wait 24 hours to respond on this app, and if they don't respond, he just gets more list of girls, and then they'll go on dates, and then that's it.
You'll bang.
Like, we don't have this. They have like a different way of doing things than we do, these younger people. So I don't really look at their way of doing things and try to even understand it, because I just don't.
Hello, baby. Can I have your telephone number?
I wonder if uncles are on Tinder.
Give me your telephone number.
Shortcut.
I've seen them.
You've seen them.
But
And they put their ages at like 39, and you're just thinking, really? Is it?
Married with no kids, but they've got kids. Who was the man that put his wedding picture on his Tinder? Remember?
Whoever he was, he's a gangster. They should dub him Sir Gangster.
Put his wedding picture on the Tinder, man.
But I don't understand in this whole dating, who should go where, who should pay. Why do you expect a man who doesn't know you to spend big money? I know not you, because you'll drop money wherever you feel like, wherever you want to eat, you're going to go. But why do you think that somebody needs to spend £100 on you?
Need is not the right word.
But some of these women, it's a need.
We used to have a
They
friend
need
who
to go
used
to somewhere where they spend.
What you have to understand is they are telling you the price of the kuntashi. So they're saying, I'm not going to open for less than 100.
Because on a first date, I don't even know if I want to sit across from you for a whole meal.
Your breath might stink, innit? Like,
I just think
You might chew with your mouth open.
oh God, can you imagine?
It's like people put so much thought into it, man.
Mukbang.
Just go out and have fun. Yeah,
Mukbang.
but then my point is that you don't put the thought into how much it costs either.
Well, you shouldn't, ideally.
I guess my within reason is different person than somebody else's within reason. You know that I like giving when I give gifts for look at this black hair for weddings and stuff like that. I like giving £50. Well, I like giving a £50 note. Yeah.
Okay.
So when I get when I have £50 notes, I put it in an envelope in my house somewhere. Rich bitch. And I had a bunch of them the other day, and I put it in there. I said, let me carry it. I had £800 in there. It's just sitting in there, and I was like, it's just there.
Bougie motherfucker.
What's the moral to this story?
That my nothing is not necessarily somebody else's nothing. But it was just £800 sitting in the house that I'm just there.
Oh, £800 nothing?
Just to give away.
Send it over.
It's not nothing, but my point is, that's money just for gifts. It's nothing to leave me.
I still don't understand what you're
I just told you, either you don't want to understand.
Put so much.
Oh
No,
my God,
I
you sound
get
like
you.
because
Because the
so
date-
much, my God.
Sorry?
You sound like my missus so much. Oh, you don't want to understand. I don't understand what the reason for you telling me. I don't get
Did
it.
everyone else understand?
Yeah, I do.
So what are you saying? That is just your nothing is the same as somebody is a better. I don't understand what you're saying. You're telling me
You're
this.
saying, why do people put so much emphasis on how much is spent on a date, right?
What's that got to do with the £50 notes in his house? Then?
Yeah, because he's saying that for somebody else, you wouldn't be able to forget that you've got that amount. So then
So
where
he's-
you're
he-
taking
he's
people.
flossing on us then.
No, this is my point. Remember what I said earlier on about people that have this nefarious way of thinking, and so when you say something, they must go down a dark road.
Yeah, but I get what you're saying. 'Cause
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to say it because now you're going to think I'm flossing.
say it, man. Join me, please. Don't let me be the only one.
Champagne in the fridge. I always have at least one bottle of champagne.
Oh, yeah, you said that before.
And people think that that's flossy, and I don't understand.
Yeah.
But then
I have a Coke Zero.
My car, people look at it and it's nothing in it. So they look at my car, it's like, you ain't got no money, and I don't. By the way, I don't.
The thing I'll say with regards to the dating thing is, if the person takes you on the first date and then they don't take you to a restaurant, then how do you then gauge what this issue? That's the issue. Just don't take them to a restaurant.
Take them bowling.
Take them somewhere that they can't make that gauge of the money thing for the payment. Take them somewhere like an adventure thing or like a golfing thing or something.
That's the thing, but I think that comes with maturity because
go bowling.
All these people who were talking about taking me to a fancy restaurant and stuff, that's basically what they're looking at, as opposed to a date, which is supposed to be like, go for a frigging coffee, because the whole point is that we're going to talk.
No, go bowling. You learn everything you need to know about a human being when you go bowling.
And you get to see them bend over.
You learn, yes. You learn everything you need to know about a person when you go bowling. Trust me, it's the ultimate arena for bringing out the best and the worst in you as a person. And if you mix it with alcohol, goddamn, foul to sieve.
Okay, then let's wrap this up. I want to know the best location for a date. Then you said bowling. I'm gonna say
okay. Wait,
golf range.
Be more specific and say at which stage.
A
first date.
Early stages. Somewhere in the early stages. First date, second date, third date. Come on, ladies. Where would you like to be taken to? Paris?
Oh no! You see, because how are you gonna top that?
And what if I
calm down.
What do you mean? How are you gonna top that? What do you mean?
Because if you're taking me to Paris on the first date, I'm gonna expect more as the time goes on.
Greedy woman.
You can't start up there.
Starting right at the top.
Because you take me to Paris on the first date, and then the second date we go for a walk in the park. Because you spent all your money.
Yeah, but why do you then feel that it needs to escalate?
But why should it start up there? Because then you're showing off.
Yeah, maybe, but why does it need to escalate?
You're putting the emphasis that I'm talking about. Why? Why is it that he just wanted to go to Paris and you
for a
have to be
first
there?
date? I think that's enough. That's not.
I wouldn't say no, but then.
But I don't know you. Why am I going to another country with you?
That too.
Yeah, I can understand that bit.
That too.
That's not safe.
We had that thing going around the other day about the people that they're married now, and they went. They met. How did they meet? They met in the club.
But there were two girls though.
No. A dude and a woman met in a club. They exchanged numbers and they said, "Let's. I'm going on holiday. You want to come?"
No, there were two girls.
Okay then.
No, I'm not leaving the country with someone I don't know.
Because like even makes any difference, anyways.
It does, because you might feel safer with somebody of your own sex than if you was, or a woman might feel safer to do that type of thing with another woman. Than you
was
might
it on a
do
friendly aspect or lesbian aspect?
Lesbian thing.
Touch it, bring it, babe.
So that's. Is this man still?
He's an old man.
Okay, with the hand on head.
All right, we're running up to 1 o'clock.
Food, you know.
I will wait for these ladies to answer this question.
For me, a quiet bar will do, because then we can talk. I can see if you're an alcoholic or not.
Yeah, bar.
Manage your drink. Just quiet, so we can actually talk.
It's to talk.
If you sat there at the bar with them, sitting there talking, and this man's banging back shots after shots after shot, and he's not getting drunk, would you be scared?
Yes.
What does it mean to you in your mind?
Then you drank.
Yeah. Basically. And depends if he drove as well, then I'm thinking, yeah, your judgment is effed.
So, but he's not drunk. Like he properly isn't drunk. Like there is no differentiation between the start of the conversation and the conversation.
Yeah, then
2
I'd be
hours
worried,
later.
because then your tolerance is high. So you batter the drink. And that could manifest in several ways.
Fair enough. But he doesn't get any, he's still the same.
Yeah, but there's still impairment somewhere. Even if it's slight, or even if it's not full down drunk, there's still. And even your judgment is impaired, because if you're trying to get to know somebody, why are you backing shots like that?
It's irrespective to me. It don't make no difference.
Nah, it's cool.
Fair enough.
Okay, you people, judgment.
Everybody judges.
Thank you.
What's the question?
Delali, I'm liking you more and more, you know.
Where do you
Why have I
think
been
is the
insulting you my whole life?
Where do you think
Why
is the
indeed?
most ideal place to go on a first date? Probably you.
Or in the early
It'll be the
I'll
old
tell you
people's
'cause I like
home.
Ideal place. I think
we should look
Somewhere
at this.
to get my bunions wrapped.
We should look at this brochure together. It's for our old people's home. What's going to happen is,
I think dinner. Somewhere where you can definitely talk face to face. It doesn't matter where. A little bit of fun as well. I think you mentioned bowling. I don't think that's a bad place either. But yeah, for me, simple things.
It can't be Frisbee Park bowling though. It's got to be. No, I'm joking.
well, Finsbury Park is the ghetto one. Isn't it?
Hollywood Bowl. Wow. The ghetto one.
Yeah, it's ghetto.
Oh, have you take that back, good
Yeah,
sir?
man.
Most bowling alleys are
I was
ghetto,
actually
really.
in there about 2 weeks ago.
It's more expensive
3
than
weeks
most of them,
ago.
no?
And they do some nighttime raving business there. But imagine a bowling alley, you turn into a rave. That's ghetto.
What's wrong with that?
I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with it.
It makes
Two
sense.
for one. I'm just saying, yeah. But for me now, sit down, drink at a bar or some kind of activity where you can enjoy yourself and have a bit of fun whilst chatting at the same time.
Okay, babe. Go back to sleep now.
Thank you.
All right, we done? All right.
Gaza.
So thank you for listening to...
And we still didn't get into the sexy talk. Anyway, go on.
Wow.
Keep going.
Yeah.
What's
Let's
sexy talk?
You need to bring things in, man.
End the podcast, man.
Waiting be your own.
You that's not even fucking awake.
So what?
What's the point of us trying to draw something out when it's sleeping in the podcast?
My
I'm trying to draw it out,
The
man.
guy is talking. You want to
Guys, church notes and goodbyes. Second time around.
That's it.
So let's start off with this black and
At Big Wahala on Insta, at Big Wahala on Twitter.
Please just switch off your mic and go.
Don't forget the people we wanted to big up on the last one as well, by the way.
Yeah, at Simple Simon FB on Twitter. I want to give a massive shout out to Black Canvas TV. It's a brand new channel that started. It was formerly from the people who gave you what was the other one called? Good, don't remember it. So Black Canvas TV is the new thing. Shout out Sincerely Tops at Eve, and I can't remember the other lady's name. Was it Bello? Did you say it was?
No, she's not. I think she's just one of the guests. There's somebody else or something.
Gaza. Anyway, shout out Black Canvas TV. That's the thing. That's the new thing. They're having some kind of launch party on the 2nd of February.
Yeah.
So
Shubs.com for the tickets.
yeah, shubs.com for them tickets there. Google the thing. Google the thing. Google.
Mr. Wolf.
Yeah, you can catch me on Instagram on AKA Mr. Wolf. You can also catch me on Twitter on AKA_Mr. Wolf. I've actually got an event as well, which I forgot last time around. But for those of you who do the Valentine's thing,
Valentine's, where's your boyfriend?
we ain't gonna be here.
Sitting at home. Lonely.
That's it.
Your friends are getting flowers.
Yeah, that's from both of us, by the way, because I know the promoter too.
Oh, for real? So yeah, for me and Stavros, this is an event called Elements Valentine's Special, Friday the 15th of February at Hoxton Hall. It is a comedy jam, live music, and after party.
We won't be there.
The host will be Cat B, comedians will be Slim and Axel Blake, and you'll have some poetry and music as well. So you have seated, standing, and after party tickets. And if you want more info, please contact me via my socials, man. 7 p.m. doors open, and it goes all the way through to 3. It's all right. Big Wahala.
This man is in the Choice FM advert, boy. 7 p.m. to 3 a.m.
Well, because I'm reading the thing well, my friend. Sit down there.
I am Stavros Boss. You can catch me at Stavros Boss everywhere. Stavros says this week again, if you didn't hear it the other time around, is the MIB. It's the Motor Insurers Bureau. On Wiki, it says it was founded in the UK in 1946 as a private company limited by guarantee, and it's the mechanism in the UK through which compensation is provided for victims of accidents caused by uninsured and untraced drivers, and is funded by an estimate £30 a year from every insured driver's premiums. So, quickly, it's a way for people to get money if they have had some sort of road accident where it wasn't necessarily their fault and maybe they've been injured or something like that, and the person that you had the issue with was either uninsured or ran away, left the scene without any trace, or there was no other person involved. It could be something as strange as a slip in the road due to some oil that came from another car. If you want to hear the full story, which I have one, you're going to have to listen to the other episode that is released in a few days we'll figure out what day it is. Probably Friday or something, innit? Sound like a good day?
Yeah, why not?
So, probably, all right. The episode released on Friday, as the same Stavros says, I'll say it at the end. I will say that it's a completely different episode. We talk about the current events. It's a bit old now, probably, because it's going to be even longer away. But we talk about, what did we talk about now? We spoke about
Gillette advert.
We spoke about the Gillette advert and the flashback with that. We spoke about parenthood and fathers taking important roles into their children's lives.
Pick me something.
And we spoke about Future and Sierra and Dennis. Daryl. What's his name again?
Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson. Yeah, we spoke about
Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union.
Yeah.
So yeah,
We spoke about the 10-year challenge.
It was a good one.
It was a very good episode. Steph missed out.
Yeah, unfortunately.
What does Russell Wilson do? Like,
He's an American football player.
oh, okay.
Quarterback.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. All right. So thank you very much for. Oh, sorry, ladies.
Mama Mercedes.
Both four in the back.
Wendy B, talk to the people.
B. I am Wendi B. I have 2 Twitter accounts.
Upload value on me.
One is Wendi Writes, Wendi with an I, Writes, and the other one is It's All Love, which is linked to my website, which is a website about love, dating, relationships, and everything in between. And on Instagram, I am It's All Love. It's LURVE.
Plug.
Thank you for having me. It's been great.
Plug.
And Delali.
Hello.
Ivavo.
You can find me and my interior design stuff. I have a blog, and it's decorbydelali.uk. DECORBYDELALI. And that's my social media handles as well.
Plug.
Thanks for having us, guys.
Thank you very much for sticking around for episode number 2. We really, really appreciate it. You helped us out in the first place, and then you really came through. This is why Ghanaian women are supreme among
themselves.
Look at his face. Against people in general.
Themselves.
Thank you very much.
Look, on the real, Ghanaian women are fantastic.
There we go. He starts now, so he can get his bread buttered when he gets some. It's all right.
I know what side my bread is buttered, mate. So thanks again, ladies. You've been wonderful. All right, guys, thank you, and shout out to that actor who wasn't here. Hopefully, he'll be back next week. So thank you for listening.
And if you ain't saying nothing, say it well.
Slag for life again, and I want to talk to you, with the girl with the curly hair that is clearly not yours. Please let me remove it and see what's underneath, because your natural beauty is so much.
You ready to go? You done?
We're done. Ladies, legends.
Peace.
Nah, you know legends, man.
See, episode 2 wasn't bad, was it? Exactly, man.
It's good that we didn't try and do the same topics.